Oh wow, do you want to know an interesting fact?
What's that, Sid?
Do you know I have the second biggest army in the world?
Cool. It's the biggest.
The Ottomans. Well, actually, Ming probably has the biggest army, but, you know. So, I'm probably the third biggest.
Should use it to smack the French around. He will never let you be free. I'm paying off your loans for you.
Bless him. I've got too much military power and nothing to spend at all.
Up your manpower.
How do I do that? Oh, developing, you mean? Okay.
Yeah. Fuck, every time I try to take something in Italy, it's like giant coalition of horseshit.
I know that feel.
What is the best way to do this? Is it worth building forts in Italy if it's like a satellite of Spain? No forts and just let it be occupied? Because you can't really fight in two areas at once, so I don't know.
No idea.
I'm gonna get rid of the one in Florence. What about the one in Sicily? Yes, Wazzle, I know you want that part of that continent. I get it. It's very clear.
I don't know what you...
Wazzle's very good at non-verbal communication. You have to read between the lines.
Well, it's time.
I'm actually just trying to make to a colony. That's why
to interpret his actions. Well, that
all this
one.
time in the army, just punch you instead of talking.
The Aitrechi node, I think, only goes into France. It can also go into Seville, but I don't know if you really want it. Doesn't really seem
What are
to
you guys
benefit
talking
you.
about? I don't understand any of these words.
They have weird names because it's random New World.
I was assuming you'd take the most of the southern
Yeah,
ones,
it's fine. It's
I
fucking
just
huge, so I'm cool with you grabbing it. The issue is, does Quicks Tech, can I bring that to my stuff or no? Doesn't look like it. I haven't explored enough to see all the connectors.
is that all connected like China?
Yeah, they usually all
think
connect back to Asia, yeah.
It's like all connected.
I think I'll try a war against Austria just to get Amsterdam.
Oh man, Channel 4 is hilarious, Sid.
BBC. Sorry, no, British Channel 4.
Yeah. Like there's they have documentaries on YouTube that they post, and just basically recordings of the shows. And then it goes from like
Oh, RootTube, yeah.
Britain's Civil War, and then like at the end of the show it's like next on Celebrity Big Brother. Like Celebrity Big Brother.
Alright, do you think with France and Provence I can beat Austria and their allies?
Absolutely.
Thank you for your vote of confidence. I think maybe we can attrition Austria down. Oh wow, it's only Austria that joined. Oh, and Savoy. Okay. Might be doable. Might happen.
Are you ready to attack France, Manchester, or are you good?
Leave France alone for a bit while I use it to fight Austria.
I'm going to use this chance to attack Scotland, so I'm not really attacking it.
I can't really attack it again. until my infamy goes down. I was only able to take, I took a core back, I took one of his little provinces, then I released Navarre and Foix, and I vassalized them.
I'll just do this myself, because I'm English,
I know.
that's what we had to
That's what
do.
you gotta do.
Are you fighting France?
Yeah.
You absolutely have to.
Yeah, they're not gonna do anything.
Could you wait until later?
No, because then they're gonna send their full force at me.
What are you trying to get from them?
I'm trying to take Scotland for once.
Oh.
It's like 1550.
Oh yeah, go nuts. Just I thought you were like going to invade and take continental bits. Yeah, they'll probably not even do anything to you. Their whole army's in like the Rhineland. Of course, the Imperial Army, they don't do anything decisive. They go all the way up to Oldenburg and start sieging Oldenburg.
Yeah.
So
Oldenburg is of critical importance to the outcome of this conflict. I don't know why you're laughing at Oldenburg. I don't know why you think Oldenburg isn't important. Now the French are sieging Oldenburg. Lovely.
How was England so strong when they had so many civil wars?
The Civil Wars made them strong.
60,000, so 30,000 troops died in one battle. Strong. I guess because just to even attack them, you'd have to build up naval force to escort them there.
Oh really? Hard times make strong men. Strong men make great countries.
Well, you know, when you have constant war taxes and people dying and bad economies, doesn't really help your country.
Yeah, I would make the opposite argument, I think. Especially internal conflict. Internal conflict can devastate a civilization.
Like, I mean, jeez.
I think a lot of
And Edward VI losing all of France, basically.
The internal conflicts in England, though, they're mostly among the upper class, I feel like, and they didn't affect the common people quite that much.
The
Yeah,
War of the
like-
Roses was mostly noblemen killing noblemen.
Yeah.
But it's
And then
funny that
even
Edward
the
VI ended
yeah.
up being king like 3 times.
And even the Civil War, I feel like, didn't really affect the common people that badly. It's just all the Cavaliers and, Roundheads killing each other.
Mhm.
We had a few battles, and Oliver Cromwell took over.
Be king of a country twice, 10 years apart. It's interesting. Edward VI.
Who's this guy? I'm not familiar with him.
He's the shitty leader that England starts with, the 000.
Henry VI.
Henry VI.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Yep. Where his wife took over, and then there's a civil war between him and the Duke of York. And then later, between him and the Kingmaker. He's king twice.
Well, yeah, because they kept bringing him back, because they like a rebellion would get him to fuck off, and then he'd
You'd think after he lost all of France that they'd just be like, let's just, kill him.
You think so, wouldn't you?
And then, who took over? It was his younger brother, right? Not Henry VI, but
I'm afraid I only know the important people. It's too many fucking kings.
well, there were seven different rulers in 30 years for the War of the Roses.
Yeah, I believe it.
Wow, Sweden kicked Denmark's ass.
Oh, so I produce all the trade value in Safi, and the Muslims take all the profit. I see how that works. Interesting. Can't believe this cunt excommunicated me. I'm very upset over this.
How did you get excommunicated?
Well, because I neighbor the Pope now, and he's mad at me.
You always can keep him happy, though.
No.
That's your own fault.
No. Listen,
Yeah,
he's
plus
allied.
200 relation, a gift.
He's allied
very
with the
fun.
French. He's allied with my nemesis. It's no getting along with him now.
Who, me?
No, the French.
What?
You
What
flatter
does the French
yourself.
I heard Nemesis and I was like, ah.
You're not much of a nemesis. Let's be real, though.
That's right. You're right.
Oh.
You're totally right.
The fuggers. Those motherfuggers.
French keep building a navy for some reason. I mean, they had 8 carracks, which is early carracks, which is decent, but I mean, come on. Wow, the French actually had a pretty decent navy, but I mean, I am the English, so yeah.
No, but printing press. But then all the monks will be out of work.
I love it. Love it. I spent like a year sieging Friesland. The Austrians turn up, beat my army, and then siege it down in 3 months.
Yep, that sounds like a game I know. Yeah, they can walk through forts. I definitely think they siege faster than humans.
Yeah. No. The thing is, it's clever as well, because they don't siege faster all the time. They only siege faster when there's not a player army within about 4 provinces of them. Right, so it's not like you can go, aha, look at this, they always siege faster. No, they don't always siege faster, they just do it like in a clever way, so it's hard to tell unless you're...
And then they see through they don't have fog of war. And then often they react with information they're not supposed to have.
I know. Thank you for listening to me there, not interrupting me every 5 seconds. I know why they do it, because you got people who do Let's Plays and they like pause it and they're like, oh, you know, if we move this here and keep moving this single stack like backwards and forwards, it confuses the AI. Right, and so they need an advantage to compete with that. But when you try to play it in real time, it's just frustrating now.
It's very frustrating. Spain has very generic missions. I guess they have this line, it's like Reconquista, go into Italy type stuff, but I know they're not as good as some of the other countries get.
working finally. Probably going to get killed by a coalition now, but whatever.
Doesn't look like you pissed off too many people.
Yeah, I know, but when I'm getting overwhelmed by an Austrian army and I'm like, oh, they'll accept a peace, but there's a coalition, I can't, I don't have time to read through and look at who's on the coalition.
I only see like 2. You know, the rest are all at like 49, but they're not at 50.
Might just get away with it. The thing is now, I'm going to give all of these provinces to France, and I'm still going to have to be fighting the Emperor.
Well, is it worth it to become the Netherlands? I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
Well, if you lose half your country, I mean, is it really worth doing?
Yeah.
What about your France problem?
What's wrong with France? I mean, I can annex bits of it later. It's just.
What do you get for being like the Dutch? Like, why is it?
You see, I've been debating this myself.
Okay.
You get the government type. I think the government type makes it worthwhile.
True, yeah.
Right, because at the end of the game, you can have all the money, but you're still limited by your mana, aren't you? But if you can use the government type to play it, then yeah.
Although you have to wait for the event to give you the government, which may be quite a decent wait time.
When does the event fire?
I'm not super familiar. I should Google that. I don't know, before you make this decision.
No, it's alright. Being the Netherlands is its own reward.
Right. See, I'm just a Dukes of Burgundy fanboy, I guess. It's all the same to me. They were cool, the Dukes of Burgundy.
There to go.
They were good politicians. Prosperous rule. You know, they sponsored all the artists up there, and Flanders and Erasmus and those guys. You know, they fucked over the kings of France, which I approve of. He turned Joan of Arc over to the English. Not super nice, but that was the thing they did as well.
Well, she was an enemy combatant.
Pretty sure that the King of France allowed that to happen, if I'm not mistaken, if I recall correctly.
It made the English look silly as well, because they'd like gone through all this effort just to basically grab a woman. They are going to get a centre of reformation, which I hope it actually manages to convert them. Well, maybe I don't. I don't know.
Yeah, so Anglican doesn't get a centre, I guess, because then it would be converting like all the non-English people, right?
I might be small enough to get into the Empire. I don't know. Probably not, because
No, you're too big.
the Netherlands is like 3/4 of my development.
I think it's 300, I want to say. I want to say is the maximum size you can be. So I think you're going to be way too big.
Shame.
We'll click on a province. That's over the eagle thing.
Well, I can't do it now. I just mean when I form the Netherlands and
Oh,
then
it
I
tells
lose
you.
the French provinces.
It tells you,
What's it tell you?
like, what the requirement is to join.
Your nation is simply too large. Your relation with Austria is not good enough. I need 307 relations.
So the relation is like a little hint, because the bigger you are, the larger that becomes. Like the max would be, of course, 200. The smaller you are, the lower the opinion with Austria is, but if it's over 200, you can't join. So I don't know.
Okay, Austrians. We're gonna make our own HRE with hookers and blackjack.
Yeah.
Great.
In fact, forget the Empire.
Oh, that's pretty cute that one of the New World islands is actually partially in Morocco's trade node.
Yeah, it's actually quite annoying because they're stealing all the trade power.
Yeah.
Because the two Cots are in fucking Morocco and it's allied with the Ottoman Empire.
Here it is.
The Dutch.
Oh, it moved my flipping capital as well. Thanks, game.
So the reason when you form countries, it pulls you out of the HRE. I never got that. I always just I was like, okay, why does it have to remove me from the HRE if I form this country? I never understood it. So basically there's like an exploit where, I don't know if I can explain how people do it. They basically go back and forth between like forming one thing and then forming another thing to farm HRE Imperial Authority, and then they form the Empire in like 1500 doing that. That's why whenever you form shit, they pull you out of the Empire. No, got some gold. Oh, Jesus. Well, this continent I don't think was the one I thought it was. This is something a lot more exotic.
Oh, I get the event to choose the Dutch Republic now.
Oh, cool.
It does limit the maximum absolutism, but
By how much?
minus 30.
Mm.
Well, I can always turn it into a monarchy if I need to. What's a good province to move your... Oh, Dutch separatists in Amsterdam. Okay. Whatever. What's a good province to move your capital to? It's got to have the same development as your current one, hasn't it?
No, Amsterdam is perfect for your capital, homie.
No, I want to give it to the burghers.
I disagree.
Why do you not think that's a good idea?
He just made France stronger.
It's farmland, cloth, cot. Eventually,
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's a cot.
Hmm?
It is a cot, but you want to give cots to the burghers. You don't want to have your capital there.
I mean, just splitting the node with Wazzle. I mean, yeah. Well, I suppose it's equally viable either way. If you really want the extra bit of trade power. I would move it probably to Ghent is very good, or Flanders.
You think so? Ghent.
Because those are farmland cloth as well.
How about Brussels? Do you think that would be...
Yeah, it's all fucking farmland cloth, man. It's awesome. It's Low Countries.
Hmm.
How are you feeling for time? It's like 7 a.m., isn't it?
I'm fine.
Alright.
How are you feeling for time, Mr. Iowa?
Yeah, we can cut it short here.
Do you want to stop
Sid.
here? I played for 120 years, so it's pretty good. I'm down to carry this on. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. You guys around tomorrow?
No, I'm at work.
No. Alright. Alright, well, if we have a
We can do it next
opportunity.
Saturday.
Sure, I'll be up for it. Yeah. Alright. Good session.